Prepared for hacks, guys. What is going on? I am back again today with another Wi-Fi battle. If you missed yesterday's video, I am going to be hosting a tournament on my Twitch channel October 17th. That is a week from this Saturday at 5 p.m. EST. It is going to be an OU tournament. First place will be getting a $20 eShop card. Second place will be getting 2 teams gen for them. And third place will be getting a single team gen for them. I know that people can gen on their own or whatever with homebrew, but I recommend you guys don't gen with homebrew because you can and might possibly brick your 3DS. And if you brick your 3DS, you void your warranty. They're not going to give you a new 3DS. You actually have to go out and buy a new 3DS if you brick it. So I can gen with PK Hex still, so it's not a big issue for me. So I can gen teams for you if you manage to win in second or third place. And if you win first place, you know, $20 eShop card. But there is an annotation right here. Click on that. That will take you over to the tournament announcement video where you can hear more information on it. And then the I will include it in this video as well, but the Google Doc to sign up for said tournament is in the description of this video, and it's also in the description of that video if you want to go over there and watch it. But let's go ahead and get on into this thing. I got a battle with Skyler. I had this on stream yesterday. This was actually a new viewer that came through yesterday, and they had a battle with me, and it was actually a pretty decent battle. So they're going to go ahead and lead off with the Ferrothorn. I am going to be leading off with my Volcarona. Nice and powerful Volcarona. So I'm going to set up a Quiver Dance here because there is really nothing that Ferrothorn can do to a Volcarona. I mean, if you were to run Toxic on your Ferrothorn, yeah, you can do that, but I haven't seen Toxic on Ferrothorn probably since like some Gen 5 stuff. It's been a long time since I have seen Toxic on a Ferrothorn. But they're going to go out into the Volcano over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and set up another Quiver Dance because I'm like, okay, what is he going to do? Eruption, I'm already at +2 special defense. It's not going to do that much damage. And then he pulls out the Rock Slide. I forgot that I set up 3 Quiver Dances because he switched and I set up another Quiver Dance. But yeah, he's going to end up going for the Rock Slide here, and it totally caught me off guard. I did not expect to see it. Obviously, it's always a possibility for Pokemon to run stuff like that, but I just wasn't expecting it. It totally caught me off guard. I somehow managed to live with 1 HP without a Focus Sash or anything like that. I am leftovers, obviously. Had I been able to get 1 more Quiver Dance up, I could have killed that this Typhlosion here, and it would have been all bueno. But unfortunately, that is not the case. So I am going to lose my Volcarona here. I did manage to get some damage off, but he got rocks up and didn't lose any Pokemon. He didn't really lose anything there except for some HP. So I'm going to switch out of my Donphan here. He appears to be choiced into Rock Slide in one way, shape, or form, probably Scarfed. So that is going to allow me to get flinched, first of all and foremost. And then I'm going to be going for Rapid Spin on this next turn here. So they are going to be switching out here. They're going to save that. They're going to go out into the D-Knight, the Dragonite. Dragonite is a scary Pokemon, man. It is very strong. There's always the possibility of them running a weakness policy. They can run Leftovers. They can run Choice Band. They can run Lumberry. There are so many good Dragonite sets out there. One of my personal favorites that I used and I came up with on my own. I'm sure someone else came up with it before I did, but or I read about it, so I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But you run weakness policy, of course, and then you run agility. So you agility, and then you have them hit you with, you know, some super effective type attack, and then you're at +2 special attack, +2 speed. You're in the rain, you hurricane all day long, and that is a fun Dragonite set. But as you can see here, weakness policy is going to trigger. We're just hanging out. He's going to go for a Dragon Claw. I can live. I am a Donphan. Nice and beefy. But I'm also running, I've probably said this in more videos than I can even count, but I'm running a more offensive Donphan, and I just like doing that because you could see the amount of damage that this Ice Shard is putting out. I'm sure it's 4 times effective on a Dragonite, but that's still a lot of damage to be dealing, especially with a move with a low base power like Ice Shard. So it definitely helps to mix things up a bit. If you're normally running like a defensive Pokemon that also happens to have a decent attack stat like Donphan, then try running some more attack rather than some more defense, and I think you'll be pleased with the results. There isn't anything I can do here other than go for Ice Shard while this Rotom kills me. I don't expect this Rotom to be setting anything up. Rotoms generally don't do that, and based off of his team comp, I don't see him doing something like that with this Rotom. So I am pretty safe to just stay in and go for Ice Shard and let my Donphan die. But I'm going to go out to my Latios here. I am going to go for Draco Meteor. I don't know if they thought they could live a Draco Meteor. I wasn't exactly sure what he was expecting here. Maybe just a Death Fodder to get me at -2. But a Choice Specs Draco Meteor from Latios, unless they're like Spadef Rotom, they're going to die. It's just flat out Rotom regular Rotom, like a defensive Rotom, cannot survive a Draco Meteor. Special defensive Rotom, I think, can. I don't know. I don't know the calc right off the top of my head. But I'm obviously choiced into Draco Meteor. I have to switch out here unless I want to lose my Latios. And I'm going to be switching out into my Scizor. They're going to be hitting me with a Shadow Ball here. Not too big of a deal, although it is going to be doing around 25%. They're going to be switching out here, and they're going to be going on out into their Ferrothorn, which is a good play on their part. There isn't really too much I can do about that if they switch out into that. However, did I go for Superpower? No, I went for U-turn. I do have Superpower on the Scizor, so it's not a big deal. But the thing about Superpower, even with the Choice Banded Scizor, is it does not OHKO Ferrothorn, and that's one of the more depressing things about Scizor, unfortunately, is that Superpower does not OHKO Ferrothorn, unless I was at like +2 or something. But I'm Banded Scizor. I'm not Mega Scizor, so I'm forced to U-turn out, go out of my Latios here. I do have HP Fire on this thing. They're going to be going for Protect here, just to scout to see what I've got going on in my head. Obviously going for Hidden Power. They're thinking Hidden Power Fire. And then they're going to be making a switch on this upcoming turn. So they're getting some leftovers recovery. Like I said, they are going to be switching out here. They're actually going to be going on out into their Typhlosion. However, I do have Stealth Rocks up on their side of the field, so that thing is actually going to die. I think he was trying to get a Flash Fire boost or something from me right there. But obviously that is not going to happen because he died coming in with Stealth Rocks. But now he's going to go back out to the Sylveon. And again, I do not want to lose my Latios. It's just not something that I want to do. I need this Latios. It's probably the single strongest Pokemon that I have on this team currently. And it can deal with pretty much the rest of his Pokemon. So I need to try and keep it alive if I can. I'm going to go out to the herd. My Bouffalant here, I am going to be taking a Psyshock. I thought they might go for another Shadow Ball. That's why I went out into this instead of going out into Scizor. Going for the Mega Horn. Yes, I know it's resisted, but the only other moves I have on this thing are Wild Charge, Zen Headbutt, and Facade. And now I run Facade because the team that this Bouffalant is supposed to be on doesn't really have anything to catch status, so I run this thing with Sap Sipper and Facade so I can catch, you know, maybe I can catch a Burn or whatever, and then I can go for Facade and have a boosted Facade, or, you know, if they have a Grass-type Pokemon, because I think it was mainly a Water-based team, so I have Bouffalant there to catch the Grass-type attacks and then get the +1 that way. But I run Choice Scarf on that thing. It's pretty nice to have around occasionally. They're going to be going on out into the Ferrothorn here, who, of course, is going to be taking some Stealth Rocks damage, and I, of course, am going to be going for a U-turn here, getting some damage off. Nice damage off that time. I think that was indeed a max roll. Of course, U-turn is going to be switching me out right here, and I'm going to be going on out into my Latios. So once again, I don't really have to do anything too special here. This Ferrothorn is low enough to where just about anything will kill it. However, he's probably going to Protect on this next turn, or he's going to switch out. I can't remember. It's some battles I remember better than others, but they're going to be going on out into the Sylveon. But at this point, especially after Stealth Rock, Sylveon is not going to really be living anything. So HP Fire comes in right here, hit the Sylveon, and that thing is obviously not going to be living. Even if he were a specially defensive Sylveon, max HP, max special defense, I don't think he would have lived that HP Fire. Now he's going to go out of the Weavile, and here's where things start to get very scary, especially for me, because Weavile is very fast and very strong. Now I'm going to leave my Latios in here as death fodder because Icicle Crash can actually OHKO my Zapdos from full HP without critical hits. I think even from Life Orb to Weavile, I definitely Choice Bandit can OHKO me. So I have to be very careful here because if he outplays me right here, I can actually end up losing. Now, if he were to switch Weavile out and go out into Ferrothorn right here, I think he would have had a chance at winning. And the reason being is I am forced to go for Bullet Punch there. I have to. No matter what, I have to go for Bullet Punch because even if he switches out into Ferrothorn, or like if he were to switch out to Ferrothorn, okay, whatever, I Bullet Punch it. But if he stays in with Weavile and I go for Superpower and he goes for Icicle Crash, I'm pretty sure that I would have lost my Scizor. So I think had he gone out into Ferrothorn, I'd take Iron Barb's damage, and then he'd come in and he'd go for either Ice Shard or Fake Out or both. Definitely both would have killed me right there, and then he just Icicle Crashes my Zapdos and I lose. So it was a very close match. It came down to, I really think just experience at that point. Had he, you know, maybe battled more or maybe been in that particular situation before, or maybe just thought more about it, I think that he definitely could have won that match right there. So it was very scary, very close match. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'll put the annotation up here once again for you guys. But if you're interested in possibly winning $20 eShop card, 2 teams gen for yourself, or a single team gen for yourself, definitely go on over to the video and at least hear more about it. You don't have to sign up, but the Google Doc that is linked in the description of this video and in that video will be editable all the way up until when that tournament pretty much starts. So if you're not sure you're going to be able to make it to the tournament yet, you can wait. You've got a whole week and like a day to do so. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll be back again tomorrow with something. I don't know exactly what yet, but we'll be back with something tomorrow. And until then, guys, may the hacks be with you all. Peace out.